So what's going on with this social media consumption, this social media addiction? What's going on today, right? It's like we're reaching this peak point. We're like accelerating into it, really. It's not getting better, it's getting worse. And like I mentioned in the title, the brain rot of a generation. And maybe it's not tied to just one specific generation. Maybe it's not just like Gen Z or Gen Alpha or millennials or whatever, one specific one. It's layered within all of those, but there's no denying that the younger generation that's kind of been born into this technological boom after smartphones, after all this social media, they have the brunt end of it, right? And we're seeing it manifest in a variety of ways in our culture, in our American society, right? And globally too, right? Because this technology is worldwide now. And so I'm sure it's affecting all these countries in a similar way. And it's frustrating, but it's also the way it's meant to be. How can you deny the reality of how this life is currently playing out? We're kind of meant to get caught up by this social media, for now at least. For now. It's meant to teach us stuff about ourselves. It's meant to connect us. Because obviously there's positive and negative aspects to all of this stuff, right? You can use social media, you can use it for good, you can use it to connect yourself with others, spread information, spread news, all this. There's no denying that. But what happens, like I mentioned in all of my videos mostly, that we're losing ourselves in it. And that's what true ignorance, true suffering, true damnation, hell, comes from. Losing yourself, giving yourself to this thing that you're addicted to. And in this case, we're talking specifically about social media addiction. But honestly, guys, it applies to really anything in life, anything that you can become addicted to. A food, a drug, an experience, a behavior, whatever. You keep chasing after it. You make it a habit, and then it turns into addiction, and an addiction, and then all of a sudden now you're balls deep in it and you just can't find your way out of it, right? And now you're fucked. Now you're like, oh man, I got to reevaluate my life. How much screen time am I devoting to TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or anything? Right? Well, Darius, you're a hypocrite. You're on YouTube. YouTube's a social media too, isn't it? It's like, yeah. Well, what's the intention? What's the intention with which I'm putting out videos? And what's the intention with which what you're watching this content online? Because that's important, guys. It's one thing to like look at it like a documentary, like you're learning. And yeah, maybe a little bit of entertainment value. Darius, he's funny, haha, funny. Or interesting. Or cool. Whatever. It doesn't matter the labels you put on me. What are you getting out of the message of truth that is behind the essence of the message? That's what you use the social media for, in this instance, with me. But what's happening in society with this? Do you guys know the epidemic that's going on in our schools? Are you guys aware that the kids, the young kids, if you go on Reddit, in the teachers subreddit, do you know what's going on with our kids? They can't fucking read, man. They're stupid. And the kids themselves aren't stupid, but they're not building the critical intelligence that's needed, the platform, the base education that's going to be needed to learn more about themselves and the world around them. Why? Because they're fucking fried. The brain rot has seeped in so fucking deeply. It's got them. And all they want is attention, like just stimulus. There's no stillness. They've lost that part of themselves. Bad parenting. Well, maybe the parents themselves are also, it's okay, social media, here. You leave me alone, kid. You go fucking, go on whatever. Here's your iPad. Okay, great parenting. It's like you could kill two birds with one stone, right? If you're a parent, right? Maybe you have a problem with social media and your kid has a problem with social media. How about you both get off of it and you get off your ass and you parent your child? You interact with them. You literally sit with them in stillness and do stuff with them. Legos, blocks, you read a story to them, whatever. Basic parenting shit that we used to do. Then now everybody's just, here, sit and watch Sesame Street. Okay, I mean, like, my entire generation, the millennials, and I'm like borderline Gen X millennial, right? 81. So I'm what they call a zennial, okay? Our generation was Mickey Mouse and fucking Sesame Street and shit, man. Mr. Rogers in the neighborhood. So yeah, I'm not saying it's like the intentionality with which you do it is important, right? I'm gonna sit down. I want to learn from Sesame Street. I want to learn from Mr. Rogers. Okay, and then you can like go watch today Miss Rachel, our new like Mr. Rogers. She's cool. How she like helps little toddlers and shit. Amazing, right? You can use social media for good. All right. So why are we caught in this cycle of, oh my, like guys, there's subreddits dedicated to this. People know they shouldn't be doing this, right? No surf, minimalist, right? Simple living. There's subreddits that are dedicated to getting off. It's not just about getting off social media, but that's one aspect of it. Because how are you going to live your life truly if you're sitting with a fucking phone in your face all the fucking time? How? You tell me. How are you going to do that? Every person has this compulsive need now to record every fucking aspect of their lives. Selfies and video and this and that. You can't walk down the fucking street without somebody having this in their face or recording something. Look at you, Darius. Old man yell at clouds. Boomer shit, right? You're a boomer, Darius. No, guys. No. I use my phone. I take some pictures occasionally. I'll record something if it's super fucking interesting to me, yes. But I am not cataloging every fucking waking second of my life with this shit. There's a difference, right? Is there not? You have to go to a baseball game or a basketball game, like I've mentioned this in a previous video, how it's like one of my triggers, one of my biggest triggers. You're sitting there, you have to record the baseball game that you're watching. That's gonna be recorded already on TV. Just experience the fucking game, man. You are taking away from your present moment of full experience that you just paid so much money for because you're sitting with your phone. Or people go to games and they're on social media while they're at the game. It's like, we do this at home too. How many people have their phones out while they're watching a TV show or a movie? And this is why our focus and our attention is split on everything. People don't know how to focus anymore. People don't know how to pay attention. It's like you sit at home and you're on your phone while a movie's playing. Like pick a lane, dude. Pick a lane. Well, I'm multitasking. And that's a part of the modern society too. Let's not get this shit twisted either. In corporate America or just whatever, the number one thing that they look for on your resume is, can you multitask? I'm really good at multitasking. Guys, there's no such thing as true multitasking. A human being in their most efficient state does one thing at a time, and if you put your whole focus and your energy into the one thing, it can be seconds apart and you can bounce back and forth, sure. But while you're doing the one thing, you're doing the one thing. Because every little thing that's in the background grabbing your attention is gonna like take you away from the full focus of that objective that you're doing. And so the same thing applies to sitting and watching a movie. If you're gonna watch a movie, watch the fucking movie. If you're gonna watch the show, if you're gonna sit in class, watch the fucking thing that you're watching. Pay attention to it. It's too boring. There's gaps of stillness and boredom in there. Well, that's because you just can't handle being still. So there's a bigger underlying epidemic that's going on. Because you're so used to being overstimulated, now you need that overstimulus all the time. You're addicted to that. And this is not like new. This is not uncommon. People know this. But when you start learning about spirituality, when you start learning about this stuff, it encompasses that entire umbrella of letting go and stepping into yourself and rooting yourself in your stillness and presence and learning about your mind and how it works and seeing the different layers and how caught up you are in this external reality. And within that external reality is the social media. Okay? So, it's so out of control. That's okay. It's like, it's meant to be out of control too, guys. It's meant to show us stuff about ourselves. It really is. What are you doing when you're on social media? You guys thought about this? Like, what are you doing when you're on social media? Doom scrolling, as they call it. What are you doing? Well, what you're doing is you're comparing yourself to, and you're interpreting, and you're judging others and yourself in terms of others. And because you're always doing that, and because you've normalized that for yourself and you've made that your mental state of being, you can't shut it off. You then take that because you're feeding more energy into it. And then when life comes, when you go do life, you're also using that overactive lens that you're constantly feeding and activating through social media. You're also projecting that into the external. And so basically you're hyper accelerating the fuck out of this mind that you need to start losing and derooting and losing some steam from, so that you can fully emerge yourself and then be aware of your mind. And then you can consciously go and sit on social media however long you need to, and you're not seeking yourself in it. If I want to sit on half an hour to laugh a little bit or interact or catch up on some stuff, cool. But it's not going to dominate every aspect of my fucking life. I can't wait till I get back on Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. Look at all these people living their amazing lives. How many men and women seeking validation through social media because they're just so deeply insecure about themselves. And with women, mostly it's feeding now into it's like where porn blends with social media, and now we have OnlyFans and Fansly and whatever. And so a lot of women seeking validation and shit, or trying to make money through like an OnlyFans platform. We have porn infiltrating social media. Okay, porn's fine. As an adult, you have discernment over what you want to consume entertainment-wise. If you want to watch porn, cool. But there is also an addiction to porn, and then that seeps into sex, and then sex addiction maybe, and it becomes this whole weird thing, And I'm not judging, guys. I'm not judging your fetishes, and I'm not judging your sex and porn consumption, whatever. Do what you have to do. But be conscious of your choices behind it. And see, is it a problem? Am I literally losing myself in it? Am I catching myself? Oh my God, I can't wait till I get back onto fucking social media to see what's going on with this one chick. Oh my God, she's so hot. You've elevated these people beyond their standing. And you'll go on Reddit and you have rate me subreddits. Hey, what do you think? How do I look? And it's just bait to get you to their OnlyFans. Right? It's like baiting so they can make money. But also there's also insecurity there too. The woman's hey, am I cute? What do you think? Am I cute? It's bitch, you fucking know you're hot. You know you're a 10. Stop wasting my fucking time. All right? So, Instagram. Look at my stories. Look at me. Look. I'm so cool. Hey. I'm so cool. The more I scream how cool I am, the more I know you're an insecure little bitch. That's what it comes down to. I don't have to, you just settle in yourself and your own confidence. And if I want to post something on social media to share with my family and friends, that's one thing. But if I'm out here trying to seek validation and basically worship so I can turn you into an idol and I idolize you, you're a influencer, you're a celebrity. Ooh. I'm social media influencer famous. Did you guys see that video, that little clip of the woman that's on the plane? And they kick her off, and she's like, I'm Instagram famous, bitch, right? Oh, I'm so fucking cool. Did you see that? That's where we're at with our society, guys. And not just her, she's just the extreme example. Layers of her insanity seeping into every person basically today. Almost everybody's out there. If you're on social media and you're busy doom scrolling and comparing and memes and all this different shit, right, constantly, you're doing all of this stuff in one variety on the spectrum of suffering and attachment to this external thing that's giving you validation, giving you entertainment, giving you stimulus. You're just not okay with yourself. So your authentic self can go and choose to do the social media, but your inauthentic self is going to lose itself to the social media. And this applies to any addiction. Doesn't matter the substance. We're just talking about social media. It's fun. Somebody suggested it. I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, you know what? I've kind of already mentioned social media in some other videos, but maybe I do a deeper dive. Okay, so this one's for you, okay? Now, that's the comparison. That's the judgy. And now because you're such a judgy bitch, because social media has kind of accelerated that in you, right? I mean, it's not to say that before social media people weren't judgy. It just wasn't so hyper, because all you're doing is mind. It's all mind. Social media is mental masturbation. It's all mind. It's all mind. It's all mind. There's no intuition with social media unless you're in your intuitive state. The opposite of your mind is your intuition. The opposite is like your internal feelings and state of being. Okay? You're seeking validation and you're judging. And then now, what is the outcome? What does that look like? Well, nobody has an attention span anymore. That's why I mentioned the kids earlier. They don't have an attention span. Teachers pulling their fucking hair out because these kids just are so disobedient, such bullies, such like little corrupted children, because like what the teacher's teaching them is not stimulating enough. And yeah, like guys, when I was in school, it wasn't always super stimulating. We were sometimes bored out of our minds too. But we also respected and understood that we needed to learn some of this stuff, didn't we? Or there were some subjects that we at least found fascinating and interesting, right? If a kid doesn't find anything interesting, then there's something going on. Because the kid's natural curiosity is to be interested in something. You just have to find what that is. As a parent, as a friend, as a family member, as a teacher, whatever. And so what happens now when you've lost your attention span? Well, now the social media keeps calling out for you, and because your attention is so segmented, it's that much easier for there to be gaps within your attention for that calling out, oh, I want social, to seep in. I want social media. It comes in real easy. You've opened that in you. You've opened it. And now it just comes in, the temptation, the thought, the devil, the illusion. It's like, hey, I wonder what's going on Instagram. I was just on Instagram 5 minutes ago, but I'm wondering what's going on now. Hey, I gotta keep updated. I don't want to be out of the loop. I don't want to miss a thing. It's all so important out there, what's going on. What's going on in this one celebrity's life is more important than what's going on in my own life with reality TV and how that blends into social media and all this shit. Live your life. Live your life. Your life. Stop doing the voyeurism and like the third party through another celebrity or influencer, right? Like, or like lesser celebrities. Like, let's say on Twitch, there's a streamer plays video games. They're not super well known, but because you feel like you're closer to them, you're going to be in their chat and you're going to learn all about their lives. Now you think you know them, and it's like this weird, right, relationship. We do all of this weird shit, man. Layers of consciousness within ourselves that we're feeding. And it's all very, very illusory and honestly toxic in a way, because it's taking you away from yourself, and all you're seeking in these external things that you're like chasing after, watching streamers, watching influencers, watching social media, watching media, movies and TV shows, playing video games, all these aspects of media, you're seeking yourself in it all the time. Yourself in here. And you don't know how to bring it back home. That's what this channel is about. So if you like this video, watch my other stuff, guys. It's going to wake something up in you, I guarantee it. It's going to make sense if you like the delivery and if this resonates. I'm here to help. I'm as much help as I can be. What can one man do but put out a message and hope it resonates? That's all. But yeah, social media addiction is like any addiction. You know, it's like, why am I seeking validation in others? Why am I so judgy with myself? And then what happens? Like, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. When I was going, I've mentioned this, like, you know, if you guys want to get like a better background of this story I'm about to tell you, you can go watch my birthday live stream, okay? To set up what I'm talking about. When I was in this really, really bad depression, dark hell, dark night of the soul, prolonged years of dark night of the soul, you know, I don't know, anywhere between 2014 and 2020, or 2020, 2014 to 2020, anywhere in there, where it was the worst of the worst, those 6 or 7 years. I would go on social media. I mean, guys, all I really did was sit on my computer most days and do all kinds of just whatever. I'd be on Twitch watching live streamers, play whatever video game I was happening to be into. I'd play video games, I'd watch TV. I'm not any different back then than what I'm talking about. I myself was lost in these things, okay? But I wasn't super like Instagram, Facebook, like, oh, seeking validation and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't really like that, or I wasn't like always judging and whatever. I was too busy judging myself. This is what happens now. Because I had alienated myself from my family, because I willingly chose to become the hermit and cut myself off from the outside world, I didn't have contact with relationships that I had had up until that point my whole life in one form or another. Even if I was on the other side of the country, which I was, I'd still occasionally check in with people, right? I didn't even do that anymore. I couldn't be bothered with it because I was too busy internalizing this just demonic hell, illusory pain that I was going through all the time. But it was very real to me at the time. So I would go on Facebook occasionally, right? Because that's where I have some friends and family. And then I would torture myself by checking up on what everyone is doing. And all I'm doing is thinking, oh my God, like, look at them. Like, I wish I could be there to hang out with them and see them and talk to them. But I just don't have the courage. I'm too ashamed and too guilty of what I've become. And I had so fully bought into this story that I was torturing myself. And I would sit and I would cry. Just such deep pain and sorrow for having cut myself off from my family and my friends. And then seeing them and like looking at their lives and like thinking, oh my God, how they would judge me if they saw. So it's like every time I was going on, I was reactivating this woe is me shameful judgment about myself. And that's what we're doing. When you're out on social media and you're always putting people up on a pedestal and their life is so much better than mine and whatever, you're always making yourself less than compared to them. And then you're never enough. And then it's always easier to be guilty and shameful about something that you did in your past that brought you to this moment where now you're just not enough. Oh, look, it just didn't work out. And so at that point, my life just hadn't worked out for me in my mental story that I had bought into. Oh my God, Darius, you were always so full of potential. You were smart and funny and charismatic, you know, sometimes attractive, right? Like I wasn't like fat, obese like I was then or now, right? And then like, so like, oh my God, what would they say? What would they think if they saw me 300 plus pounds? What would they say? That like no job, no nothing, just like utterly impoverished, so bought into the scarcity-based reality that I was in, the hell I had created for myself. So I'm going on social media and all I'm doing is strengthening that. Every time I would go on, I'd feel sorry for myself. I'd cry a little bit. I'd feel, why God, right? Weak shit. It's weak. It's a very unattractive quality in a man. That's some weak, sappy shit. That's what they mean by this whole alpha male shit today, guys. Tap into your confidence, right? That's the root of it. But how can you be confident in yourself when you don't know yourself? All right. And so for some of you guys are going to be able to relate because I'm sure some of you that are watching me may be depressed. And then you're going to go on social media and it's going to make you more depressed. Or maybe it's going to entertain you so that you temporarily forget about your depression. And then the moment you get off your social media, the depression's waiting for you. It didn't go away. You didn't address any of it. You didn't work through any of it. You didn't cut the root at its source, like I say, and then take it into a new trajectory in your life because you feel powerless. Well, you're not powerless. You're meant to see through your way through this whatever addiction or depression or whatever. You're not okay with just chilling. You're not okay with it. Every aspect of your life has to be covered with social media. Not every, but most. You wake up, the first thing you do is reach for your phone. You're on your computer and you're like bouncing back and forth between what you're doing and social media. It's like a layer of mental substrata that's you're always on the periphery giving attention to and just giving your energy to. And it's literally pulling energy out of yourself, the wholeness of who you are. Because you can't be focused, guys. That's how the mind works. You can't be focused on 1,000 things at once. You can't. Your subconscious can. But the conscious mind is most efficient and most potent when it's doing one thing at a time. And what social media is doing, it is destroying that very foundation. And then what the meditation and prayer does to heal you is it teaches you how to get back in touch with this focus. And it's so potent and powerful, then you don't feel powerless anymore because you're like, oh, wait, I can choose stuff in my life and do it. Wait. You're telling me like I'm not like a piece of shit nothing? Like I'm a person with dignity that can like go and do and help make the world a better place. Yeah, you can do that. The question is, are you going to do it? The question is, are you going to put down the phone and go live? Right? And guys, I'm not like a hypocrite. Like I'm on my phone too sometimes, guys. And someone's going to see me on my phone. They're going to be like, Darius, look at you. You're on your phone. What a hypocrite you are. No. I use it if I need to use it. Right? I have social media. It's like some people, like they go so extreme, like I'm going to delete all the social media from my phone. And like it's a really slippery slope for me. You don't know, Darius. Fine. But I'm not to that point. What was the point? What that was for me was the food. That was the food addiction that I had. If social media is as bad as this food addiction was for me, then yeah, maybe get rid of the stuff temporarily and then start introducing it. Or go the other way and you have this, you're like 12 hours of social media a day. Start tapering it off, just like you're going to quit cigarettes or quit alcohol. You start cutting back. You cut down to 8 hours a day. You cut down to 4 hours a day. Cut down to a couple hours a day. And if that's still not enough and whatever, you're still it's fucking with you, fine. At that point, then you can go cold turkey for a while. And then once you've really, and you know that you've healed yourself from this affliction, then you can start introducing it again. Just keep an eye out because it is, like I say, a slippery slope. Same thing for me, right? I have to, if I'm going to introduce foods again and like a way of eating and stuff like that, I have to be very conscious of what I'm doing with it. Because it's just, everybody's got that thing. Everybody. There's not a single person alive that doesn't have something or didn't have something at some point that's calling out to them. You want to do that crack, don't you? You want to do that heroin? You want to go have that sex? Can be anything. You want to go on social media. The irony of you watching social media right now, YouTube, to talk to you about getting off of social media. And I'm not telling you uninstall your YouTube app, guys. But it's like even YouTube now it's like with shorts, with like TikTok and your YouTube shorts and Facebook shorts, like that's kind of the real extreme bad stuff. Because it's like all 15-second, 30-second, 10-second, 5-second, 1 minute long bite-sized clips of shit. And it's just constant, like new thing. And you can just flick through it, not stimulating enough each time. Kind of like swipe left or swipe right on Tinder, right? It's like not stimulating enough, not attractive enough, not good enough, right? And each person's gonna have their own POV of what they find, right? If you're like some dude who's super horny and lonely and you're on Facebook and you're just scrolling through chicks, like women, endless women, some women aren't gonna be as interesting as others to your own likes and dislikes. And it's just scrolling. She's hot. I'll sit and watch her. Oh, and I'll go back to her and rewatch. Oh, she's so hot. And then this other one, not so much. And all you're doing is just reinforcing this feedback loop constantly. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or something funny, something whatever. It doesn't matter what the content itself is, guys. It doesn't. And so now I tell you, go meditate and pray. How much of a fucking battle and hell is it going to be? You set up this dichotomy. Social media versus finding myself through doing whatever Darius is mentioning. Internal stillness, contemplation, meditation, prayer. How hard is it going to be to put down that social media to then go and deepen your search for yourself, which is all that matters. the degree, like I say, the degree to which it's difficult to let go of this will tell you just how attached you are to it. And that kind of tells you just how fucked up you are with it. So like I say, guys, put down the social media, find yourself, always. And then from there, whatever you happen to be doing or not doing, social media or otherwise, you just choose it. The intention with which you do it and the moderation, the balance with which you do it takes care of itself. The middle way, right? The moderation. If I want to do social media, once in a while. I eat or I don't eat once in a while. I have a specific diet. I'm going to do vegan and maybe some meat too, once in a while. Animal products, once in a while, right? Balanced. Meat, not all bad. Social media, not all bad, right? There's layers to these things. Different needs, different dietary needs, right? Okay. Exercise, same way. Work, same way. There's balance in every aspect of our lives, guys. There really is. And then that's up to each individual person because you have your own autonomy and choice over your life. So no one can tell you the most perfect way of living and follow this specific protocol. Any religion that tells you that is fundamentally at its root incorrect. That's why Jesus tried to stay away from that shit. He's just like, you know what? Just pray and give thanks. Don't do shit that you hate. Be kind to others. Love God. I mean, it's so simple, but so powerful if you really, really actually do it. Actually do it. Actually do it. Nobody actually does it because we don't really know what it looks like. Well, that's what my channel's for. So stick around. You'll learn one way or another, whether it's through me or somebody else or any other life situation that teaches you, you'll learn. You can't help but learn, right? Whatever suffering, whatever pain, whatever anything in this life or the next, you will learn this stuff. It's inevitable. It's on everyone's checklist of the soul's ascension, of the soul's journey into finding itself and reaching enlightenment.